Dear friend, if you ever thought, if I only had the retirement of my dreams, then this might be the most important webinar you'll watch all year. Here's why. Have you ever asked yourself, how do I avoid paying more taxes than I have to? How do I make sure I don't outlive my money? How do I prepare for unexpected medical costs? If so, you're not alone. These are the exact concerns I hear from people just like you, hardworking individuals who want to enjoy their retirement without financial stress. Now imagine for a moment that you can wave a magic wand and create the retirement of your dreams, where your finances are set up to avoid the tax trap, where you never have to worry about outliving your money, where you have a clear plan for anything that life throws at you. That's what we're here to cover today. Let me show you how to create the retirement of your dreams. But first, if we haven't met yet, let me take a moment and introduce myself. I'm Jason Bergquist, and I got into this business with one mission: to help people like you live the retirement of their dreams by showing you how to create the financial future you've always imagined. At the core of what I do, my job is simple. I give people financial options. I bring hope back into their lives. But I've seen far too many people who should be enjoying retirement instead struggling financially, simply because they have never had the right plan in place. I've watched individuals in their prime retirement years who should be traveling the world but can't afford to, should be visiting the places they've dreamed about but never got a chance, should be spending time with family but instead had to go back to work. It's heartbreaking. These are hardworking people just like you who spent their lives providing for others, but because they didn't have the right financial structure in place, they were forced to return to the workforce. And I've seen something just as devastating: families torn apart because life insurance wasn't set up correctly, leaving loved ones without nothing but debt and uncertainty. That's why I'm here today, because I want you to have a different story. Here's the good news. It's not too late to take control of your financial future. And in just a moment, I'll show you how you can secure a guaranteed income for life, so you never have to worry about running out of money in retirement. Since 2000, I've been helping people put together retirement plans, guiding them through market highs and lows, economic crashes, and financial uncertainty. But in 2010, I hit my own financial crisis. I was going through a divorce, and for the first time, I felt the same financial uncertainty that I spent years helping my clients avoid. And at that moment, I thought to myself, wait a minute. I've taught people these financial concepts and helped them put their financial ships in order, but I wasn't practicing what I preached. That was my wake-up call. I made a commitment to myself to apply the same financial strategies I was teaching others to my own life. And in the process, I gained a whole new level of understanding of what people are really going through when facing financial uncertainty, because I was there myself. That experience led me to take one step further in my financial journey. And I became an independent financial professional and earned my designation as a certified financial fiduciary, a title that means I'm legally and ethically required to put my client's best interests first, no matter what. And today, I have a team of experts working alongside of me to ensure we always determine what is best for you. The truth is, most of the financial struggles people face could have been avoided if they had just been taught some simple financial principles. That's why I put together the Retirement of Your Dreams Blueprint, a structured 9-step process that ensures you can retire comfortably, confidently, and securely. Most people think retirement planning is all about saving as much money as possible inside their 401k or employer plan, but that's wrong. The real key to successful retirement isn't just about how much you save. It's about how you turn those assets into guaranteed income that lasts your entire life. That's exactly why I do what I do and what I'm going to walk you through today. The 9-step Retirement of Your Dream Blueprint. This step-by-step process is designed to give you a clear structure, plan to secure your financial future, strategies to avoid outliving your money, and ways to reduce taxes in retirement so you can keep more of what you've earned. This applies to everybody, no matter where you are in the retirement journey. Just getting serious about retirement? This is for you. Already retired but need a better plan? This is for you. Still in your 20s or 30s or 40s? The earlier you start, the better. Because the sooner you have a plan in place, the more control you have over your future. To make this simple, I've broken the Retirement of Your Dreams Blueprint into 3 phases, each with 3 critical steps. Phase 1, control the inner world of money. This is where financial success starts. It begins with your mindset and awareness. So step 1 is money mindset, how you think about money determines your financial future. Step 2 is money status, understanding where you currently are and where you stand financially. Step 3, money goals, defining exactly what you want for your retirement and what your retirement is going to look like. In phase 2, we call that control the outer world of money. Now that you've set the foundation, it's time to secure and protect your finances. Step 4 is money protection, safeguarding your wealth from financial risks. Step 5, money security, creating guaranteed income sources that last a lifetime. Step 6, money expense, optimize spending and reducing unnecessary tax burdens. Then phase 3, we call that control your guaranteed income for life. This is where you turn your assets into lifelong, predictable income. Step 7, money markets, managing risk to protect your wealth in retirement. Step 8, money plan, stretching your assets so that you can maximize stability. And step 9, money management, ensuring your money lasts as long as you do. Each phase builds on the last, creating a complete roadmap for your ideal retirement. Now you might be wondering, who is this webinar for? Is this the right fit for you? This webinar is designed for individuals and families who want to take control of their financial future and retire with confidence. Most of the people I work with are in their mid to late 50s, 60s, finally getting serious about retirement planning. But regardless of your age, this webinar will help you make smart financial decisions to secure your financial future. I typically work with two types of people, those nearing retirement who need a clear plan, and those who have already retired and now realize they need a better strategy. Almost every conversation I have includes someone saying something like, if I'd only started this earlier, when I was in my 20s or 30s or 40s. And my response is always the same. The best time to start was back then, right? As early as possible. But the second best time is to start right now. It's never too late to take control of your financial future. And I'll show you exactly how to do it. The truth is, waiting too long to plan for retirement can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes and lost income. Yes, you read that right. The way you structure a retirement plan can mean the difference between retiring comfortably with a steady, predictable income for life, or running out of money and being forced to go back to work in your 70s or 80s. Most people have been taught the wrong way to save for retirement. They believe it's all about stashing money into your 401k, your employer plan, and hoping it grows, picking the hottest stocks or investments, building the biggest retirement account possible. But here's the truth. It's not about how much you have in assets. It's about how you turn those assets into guaranteed, tax-efficient income that lasts for a lifetime. So what you'll discover during this webinar is how to control the inner world of money and develop a bulletproof mindset, how to protect your assets so you never run out of money, how to reduce taxes in retirement and keep more of your hard-earned money, how to create a plan that gives you financial peace of mind for yourself and your family. No guesswork, no confusion, just a simple plan for financial security. What's this webinar not about? Let's be clear. This is not another sales pitch for some hot new investment. It's not about a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not about chasing the latest stock, trend, or cryptocurrency. It's not about gambling away your retirement in risky investments. Instead, this is a webinar on proven financial strategies that everyday people use to create the retirement of their dreams. Because financial freedom isn't about luck. It's about having the right plan. Now, disclaimer, before we dive in, let me be upfront. This is an educational webinar. I'm not here to give a specific investment or tax advice because everyone's financial situation is unique. What I can do is show you the proven principles and strategies that work so you can apply them in your personal financial goals. And if after this webinar you want a personalized guidance, we can work together one-on-one and map out your retirement of your dreams. Now that you understand the importance of mindset and structure, let's dive into the 9-step blueprint that will guide you towards the retirement of your dreams. This blueprint is divided into 3 key phases, each designed to help you secure and maximize your financial future. Phase 1, controlling the inner world of money, shifting your mindset, assessing where you are financially and setting clear financial goals. Phase 2, controlling the outer world of money, securing your assets, minimizing your risk, and structuring your financial foundation. Step 3, or phase 3, creating a guaranteed income for life, putting everything towards making sure that you never run out of money. Okay, we're going to jump into phase one, controlling the inner world of money. This phase is about you. It's about shifting your mindset, getting crystal clear on your financial situation, and defining exactly what you want your retirement to look like. Let's walk through the first 3 steps. Step 1, money mindset. The way you think about money determines your financial future. Step 2, money status. Before you make a plan, you need to know exactly where you stand financially. Step 3, money goals. Short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals to ensure your financial security. Step 1, money mindset. Your mindset about money directly impacts your retirement success. If you have a positive and strategic approach towards money, your retirement goals become easier to achieve. But here's the problem. Where are you mentally around money? Most people struggle with a financial plan because of the deep-rooted beliefs they've held onto for years. Consider these questions. Why do so many individuals and families struggle with money? Why do people avoid talking about or understanding money? Why do so many people believe that their retirement will just work out on its own? It all comes down to lack of focus and mindset. Think about how you grew up and the messages you heard about money. Do you find yourself telling your kids, we can't afford that? Wait until my next paycheck, then we'll have the money to do it? If so, you were raised with a scarcity mindset. A scarcity mindset tells you that money is limited, unpredictable, out of your control. An abundance mindset tells you that money is a tool to create financial security and independence. To build the retirement of your dreams, we need to make this mental shift. Let me introduce you to Cindy, one of my clients. She wanted to take control of her retirement, so she reached out to me and I asked her, what's stopping you from making retirement work? She wasn't sure. She was overwhelmed and uncertain about her financial future. Like many people, her mindset was full of doubt and hesitation. I don't know if I have enough. I don't know if I'm ready to retire. I helped Cindy shift her mindset by asking her better questions. How do I turn what I have into a guaranteed income for life? What date will I be financially ready to retire? That shift changed everything. Instead of feeling stuck, she started seeing real solutions. So your mindset equals your financial future. The first step to financial independence isn't about money. It's about how you think about money. When you move from a scarcity to an abundance, you can start creating a clear plan for your retirement. Now that we've covered mindset, let's move on to step 2, money status. Understanding where you are financially so you can create a plan of where you want to go. Before you can plan for retirement, you need to know exactly where you stand financially. Once you've shifted your money mindset, the next step is going to get clear on your financial status. What do I mean by financial status? Think of it like your financial junk drawer, like a junk drawer you have at home. It's filled with important things, keys, medicine, glasses, all sorts of stuff. But it's all mixed up. It's all just thrown in that drawer. It's disorganized. Your finances are kind of the same way. You might have investments, savings accounts, retirement accounts through your employer, 401ks, IRAs, pension plans. But if they're scattered everywhere, how do you know if they're going to work for you? The problem, most people do not have a clear plan. Most people just hope their retirement will work out. But hope is not a plan. Here's what happens when you don't take control of your money status. You might assume your pension or 401k is growing, but is it? You might think you have enough saved, but do you really? You might not even know how much money you need to retire. This is why establishing a financial baseline is so important. How you establish your money status. To get a clear picture of your finances, follow these steps. Step 1, track your income and expenses. What's coming in, what's going out. Do you have a spending plan instead of a restrictive budget? Don't make it negative. Step 2, identify every investment and retirement account. Do you have a 401k, TSP, 403b, 401a, whatever you have at work? IRA, brokerage account, do you have a pension? How does it work? Are your assets growing at the rate you expect? Step 3, determine what's working and what needs improvement. Are you maximizing tax-efficient savings? Do you have gaps in your retirement plan? Let's look at Cindy as our case study. This financial wake-up call that she had. Cindy was just like many people. She had a 401k, she had a pension, she had a couple other investments, but she wasn't tracking anything. When we laid everything out, we found a major issue. Guess what? Her pension had stopped growing. Yeah, it had been frozen and was not growing at all. She had no idea because she never checked. If she waited another 5 years, she could have lost out on thousands, maybe 100,000 in retirement income. Lesson: if you don't check your money status regularly, you could be losing money without even realizing it. Your next step: take inventory. The goal of step 2, money status, is to get everything out of the junk drawer or organize it. Know what you own, know what's working, know where you need to make changes. Now that you've assessed your money status, you can move on to step 3, money goals. Defining where you want to go and what financial success looks like for you. Now that you know where you are, it's time to decide where you want to go. Retirement isn't just about having money. It's about having a clear plan for how you'll use that money. A great financial future doesn't happen by accident. It requires purpose, structure, and strategy. What are your money goals? To create a solid plan, you need to define your goals in 3 time frames. You have your short-term goals, your 1 to 3 years goals, right? What are your financial milestones you need to hit soon? Are you saving enough for emergencies and short-term needs? Do you have high interest debt that needs to be eliminated? Midterm goals, maybe your 5 to 10-year goals. Are you prepared for unexpected market crashes? Do you have a plan to adjust for inflation? Have you considered tax-efficient strategies to protect your wealth now and in the future? And then your long-term goals, your 10 plus years. Will your retirement plan support you if you live past 90? Have you factored in rising healthcare costs? Is your legacy plan in place to take care of your family and your heirs? A great retirement plan considers many factors. Here are just a few. Market crashes. Will your money last even if the stock market crashes? Inflation. Will your purchasing power remain the same over time? Taxes. Have you structured your retirement to maximize or minimize your tax burdens? Healthcare costs. Are you prepared for medical expenses in your later years? Legacy planning. Do you have a plan for passing on wealth to your loved ones? In this case study, Cindy's retirement wake-up call, Cindy thought she was set for life until she discovered her pension had been frozen. Her pension was no longer growing, meaning she was relying on a retirement plan that was slowly becoming obsolete. Had she not reviewed her money status and set clear money goals, she could have run out of money in retirement. So we gathered all her assets, created and structured a structured financial plan, identified gaps in her retirement strategy. Once we finished, Cindy had a clear roadmap to make her retirement work. Question for you: what's your plan? Will your money last for the rest of your life? Do you know your guaranteed monthly income streams in retirement? Do you have a strategy to minimize taxes and maximize savings? If the answer is, I'm not sure, don't worry, that's exactly why we're here. You now have the foundation to create the retirement of your dreams by taking control of your money mindset, step 1, your money status, step 2, your money goals, step 3. So now let's move on to phase 2, controlling the outer world of money. This is where we protect, secure, and optimize your finances, ensuring that you and your family never run out of money, ensuring that your wealth is protected against unexpected risks, ensuring your financial future is secure and predictable. Next up, step 4, money protection. What is money protection? Money protection is about safeguarding your finances from unexpected risks that could derail your retirement. Most people focus on accumulating money, but what happens if something unexpected wipes out your savings? That's why money protection is essential. We must prepare for risks like long-term care costs, life insurance and family protection, inflation and rising expenses, market crashes. Let's break it down. Long-term care, the hidden retirement killer. Did you know that 70% of seniors will require long-term care at some point? If you don't have a plan for long-term care, your entire retirement savings could disappear within just a few years. Here's a couple of key questions to consider. Do you know the average cost of long-term care in your area? Do you have insurance to cover it? Are you already caring for aging parents and see the financial burden firsthand? True story. One of my clients had a strong retirement plan until her husband needed full-time long-term care. She burned through nearly $500,000 in just 4 years paying for his care. When he passed, she barely had anything left for herself. Had she set up a long-term care plan earlier, she could have protected her savings, ensured financial security for herself. Lesson: plan for long-term care now before it's too late. And just side note, let's not buy a use it or lose it plan. We'll discuss that in more depth later. Life insurance, the what if plan. I get it. Some people don't believe in life insurance, don't want to spend the money on it. But let me ask you this. How many of you know families who had life insurance and were financially secure after losing a loved one? How many of you know families who didn't and end up in financial ruin? Here's the reality. If you don't plan ahead, your family could be left struggling, or worse, forced to rely on a GoFundMe account to cover financial or funeral costs. A well-structured life insurance policy can ensure your loved ones are protected without financial stress, and double as a long-term care plan. We think of life insurance only as money that we get when we die. But what if this was also something you could utilize, access that death benefit while you're alive? We call that a living benefit, something that can double as a long-term care plan. Key questions to consider. Do you have life insurance beyond what your employer provides? Will your family be covered if something happens to you? Are you prepared for rising medical costs before it's too late? Lesson: don't leave your family unprotected. Get the right life insurance strategies in place now. Inflation protection, the silent wealth killer. Think about how much things used to cost. Think of this. How much did you spend on the first home that you purchased? Now that you have that number in mind, think of this. How much did you spend on the last car you just purchased? As I ask that question to my clients and my seminars and everybody that I meet with, we find a lot of people that spent the same amount of money on their first home as they did on the last car they just purchased. Now, think of this. What was the price of gas when you first started driving, or the first price that you can remember? Now compare those prices to today. Inflation is real, and it's happening faster than ever. The problem: most people don't factor inflation into their retirement plan. Meet Larry. When Larry and I first talked, inflation was about 2 to 3%. A few years later, it jumped to 6+%. And suddenly his entire money protection plan needed to be updated. If we hadn't adjusted, his retirement savings wouldn't have lasted. Lesson: plan for inflation now, or you'll pay the price later. The bottom line: long-term care can drain your savings. Have a plan in place before it's too late. Life insurance isn't just for you, it protects your family and your legacy. Inflation is inevitable. Build a plan that accounts for rising costs in retirement. The goal of money protection is simple. Make sure nothing unexpected ruins your retirement. Now that you know how to protect your money, let's move on to step 5, money security, where we'll ensure your income is guaranteed for life. In step 5, under money security, the simple question we ask ourselves: is your retirement truly secure? Now that we've covered money protection, let's talk about something just as important: the money security. Here's the truth. Your money is only secure if you know where your financial shortfalls will happen, have a strategy to cover those gaps, and turn your savings into predictable, lifelong, guaranteed income. The problem: most financial planners only focus on growing your assets. They help you accumulate wealth, but they don't teach you how to turn that wealth into guaranteed income. The 3 critical questions to ask most advisors, and what most advisors ignore, are these. What happens when you need to turn those assets into income? What happens if the stock market crashes right before you retire? What happens if your expenses outpace your income? Most people assume that they'll withdraw from their savings and hope for the best, but hope is not a plan. That's where money security comes in place. Guaranteed income for life, the key to retirement security. I've been in the financial industry since 2000. I've seen it all: the early downturns of the 2000, the 2008 financial crisis, the COVID crash, the bear market of 2022. I left Merrill Lynch for a reason. Traditional financial planning is flawed. Most advisors focus on accumulating assets, helping you build up to this magic number, picking investments without a clear income plan, building a portfolio without factoring in market downturns. But here's the real question. How do you turn those assets into a stable, lifelong paycheck? That's where I come in. I help my clients turn their savings into guaranteed income for life. This isn't about replacing your financial advisor. It's about adding a retirement income expert to your team. You need both a financial planner and a retirement income specialist. How much guaranteed income do you need? Meet Jim and Heather. They're in their 50s and wanted to retire, but they had one big concern. How do we make sure we have enough money to last as long as we do? We ran the numbers. Without making changes, they had about a 60% chance of running out of money before the age of 85. And by 95, that probability jumped to 75%. That's not security, that's risk. The solution, by shifting $300,000 into a guaranteed income annuity, they secure an additional lifelong income stream, no matter how long they live. Eliminate the fear of outliving and outpacing their money. Had financial peace of mind for the retirement. That's money security. Imagine having an income that lasts as long as you do. No stress, no guesswork, just guaranteed income for life. That brings us to step 6, money expenses. How much will your retirement really cost? When people think about retirement expenses, they usually focus on the basics, rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries. But here's what most people forget: taxes, investment fees, inflation, healthcare costs, and all those things that can eat away at your retirement savings faster than you realize. That's why understanding and controlling your money expenses is one of the most important steps in building retirement of your dreams. What if I told you it's possible to retire in the 0% tax bracket? Most people assume taxes are inevitable, but smart planning can help you legally reduce or even eliminate all taxes completely. Consider this. Would you rather pay taxes on $100,000 now at today's historically low rates, or pay taxes on the $1 million later when rates could be much higher, maybe even double? Most people assume math is the same, but it's not. The truth about future taxes. Taxes are likely to go up in the future, especially after 2025, when current tax laws might expire. The more money you withdraw from taxable accounts, the more you owe. A strategic plan now could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes in the future. That's why tax-free retirement planning is so critical. How do you move your money into tax-free buckets, like Roth IRAs, tax-free annuities, cash value life insurance, Social Security that you can get tax-free, pensions that we could try and figure out how to get tax-free. A well-structured plan can legally reduce or even eliminate taxes in retirement completely. Do you know how much you're actually paying in 401k fees? Most people don't. And that's exactly how they want you to feel. The financial institutions don't want us looking into it or even figuring it out. Good luck trying to find it. Here's the shocking truth. Some mutual funds and 401k plans charge 1 to 3% in hidden fees. A 1 to 3% fee might not sound like much, but over 30 years, it can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's say you have $500,000 in a 401k and are paying a 1.5% fee. Over 20 years, that's like $150,000 plus dollars in lost retirement savings. Solution: lower cost investments, index funds, ETFs, lower fee from advisors, self-directed or Roth IRAs, reviewing your financial statements for unnecessary fees. The less you pay in fees, the more of your money stays in your pocket. Your CPA's job is to save you money on taxes today. But what they don't consider is how much you'll be paying taxes in retirement. Most CPAs focus on lowering your taxes this year without thinking about what affects you later. Here's the problem. Avoiding taxes now by making pre-tax accounts and payments and investments into things like your 401k and IRAs could mean paying higher taxes later when you withdraw that money. Another example, Bob maxed out his 401k every single year to lower his taxes today. But now in retirement, he's withdrawing money and is taking that tax hit. Bigger tax bill than he's ever had before. The smarter approach, strategic tax planning now to lower taxes in retirement later. That's why I focus on long-term tax strategies, not just short-term tax savings. Now that we've covered how taxes impact your financial future wealth, how fees drain your retirement savings, why short-term tax savings can cost you big time later, it's time to start making smarter decisions about your retirement. Because here's the harsh reality. If you don't control your expenses, your retirement savings won't last as long as you think. That's why we move on to phase 3, controlling guaranteed income for life. This next phase is critical because without guaranteed income, your retirement dreams could disappear in an instant. Let's start with step 7. We call this one money markets, the hidden danger zone in retirement. What is money markets? This step is about understanding and preparing for the retirement red zone, the most dangerous financial period of your life. When is the retirement red zone? It's the 5 years right before you retire and the 5 years right after you retire. Why does this matter so much? Because this is the time when most people lose their retirement savings. If your investments take a major hit in this 10-year period, you might never recover. That's why risk management and proper money market plans are essential before you reach this stage. The buy and hope strategy and why it fails. I call it the buy and hope strategy because that's exactly what most people do. They buy investments hoping the market goes up. Then they panic when the market crashes. And then they sell at the worst possible times. The problem, most people invest based on emotions, and it ends up costing them thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Here's how it usually happens. When the market is booming, they get greedy and they buy more. When the market crashes, they get scared and they sell. Then they end up locking in their losses instead of recovering. The key to financial security in retirement is having a plan before a market crash happens. That brings us to why the retirement red zone is so dangerous. What if the market crashes right when you're going to retire? Let's say that you have $500,000 in your 401k and the stock market drops by 40% in the first year of retirement. Now you have $300,000 left, but you still need to withdraw income every single month to pay for housing, food, and expenses. Suddenly your entire retirement plan is at risk. This is exactly what happened to my friend in 2008. He had $500,000 saved in his 401k. He was planning to retire, but then the market collapsed. The worst part? Most of his money was in company stock, and it was locked out from him being able to sell it. He lost almost everything. This is why you need a money market plan that accounts for market downturns before they happen. Because time is not on your side in the retirement red zone. The market's dirty secret, and most people don't know this. Remember, think about this. Do the math. If you lose 50% in the market, how much do you actually need to gain back to break even? Most people guess 50%. That's wrong, right? You actually need 100% gain to recover a 50% loss. Example, if you invest $100,000 in the market and the market drops by 50%, you now have $50,000. The market rebounds 50%. Well, that doesn't get you back to 100. You only have 75,000, right? It takes 100% gain to recover a 50% loss. This is why stock market crashes can destroy retirement plans. And this is exactly why you need a money market plan that protects your assets from these major downturns. The solution, a risk-adjusted plan for market downturns. You don't have to gamble your retirement on the stock market. Instead of buy and hope strategies, you need a risk-adjusted plan that protects your assets from major market downturns, ensures you have a guaranteed income for life, keeps you financially secure no matter what the market does. The question is, do you have a strategy in place? If not, let's fix that before it's too late. This brings us to step 8, money plan, how to structure your income for life. Now let's talk about how to create a money plan that works. Meet Bob and Karen. Bob and Karen had a solid retirement plan, so it seemed to them. They both had Social Security they could turn on, a pension that was providing additional income. They had saved a good chunk of money into their 401k they had contributed for their entire career. They were structured for a secure retirement, or so they thought. But there was one major risk they hadn't accounted for. Their 401k was still at the mercy of the market. And to secure their financial future, we moved a portion of the 401k into a guaranteed income annuity, giving them an additional lifetime income stream. Now they were truly set. Bob planned to retire in April, but then tragedy struck. In November, Bob was in a terrible accident, and he passed away before he could retire. Karen called me, completely overwhelmed. And here's what I was able to tell her. Don't worry about the money. Take time to grieve. Why? Because we already had built their money plan. So Karen didn't have to scramble to figure things out in the middle of an emotional crisis. Her income was secure. Her expenses were covered. She could focus on family and healing, not finances. This is why you need a structured plan in place, because life is unpredictable. Without a structured plan, people run out of money. Let's look at the numbers. If you have $100,000 in the market drops by 50%, your balance falls to $50,000. If the market rebounds 50%, again, you might think you're back to 100,000, right? But you're not, right? You're only at 75,000 because I only got 50% back of my $50,000. So remember, it takes 100% gain to recover from a 50% loss. That's why timing is everything. And if you don't have a plan in place before retirement, a single market downturn could derail your future. Even Warren Buffett's number one rule is never lose money. And his number two rule, don't forget rule number one. And that's exactly why we focus on money management. This leads us directly into step 9, money management, where we ensure your plan stays on track for life. Now that you have a money plan, it's time to manage it effectively. Money management is about tracking your income and ensuring it lasts, reviewing your plan regularly to adjust for life changes, making smart financial moves that keep you on track. Think of your money plan like a GPS system. It's designed to guide you to your ideal retirement. But along the way, things happen. Unexpected medical expenses pop up, unexpected housing expenses pop up, market conditions shift, taxes and inflation change the game. That's why we review your plan every year. What will we review every year? Well, each year we'll go over your income sources, Social Security, pensions, annuities, investments, your shortfall analysis. Do you have enough guaranteed income to cover your expenses? Your tax strategy. Are we keeping more of your hard-earned money in your retirement accounts? Your investment allocations. Are your funds positioned for security and growth? Inflation. Do we have a plan in place to keep up with the cost of living increases? If something is off, we make adjustments. For example, if your tax bracket changes, we might shift some assets to tax-free investments. If inflation rises, we ensure your income stream keeps up. If new life events happen, we update your financial plan accordingly. When to call me? I check in annually, but if you experience any major life events, call me immediately. Life events that impact your plan are you switch jobs or you retire earlier than we discussed. You buy or plan to sell a home. You inherit money or assets. You get married or divorced. You experience a major health event. Why? Because these events affect your money, and your money affects your future. Back to Karen. Here we are 3 years later, 3 years after Bob passed. Karen called me with a concern. Karen said, I need $10,000 for an unexpected expense. Should I turn on one of my income streams? I answered, do you need ongoing income or you just need a one-time withdrawal? Karen said, I just need $10,000 right now, but I don't need a monthly check forever at this moment. I said, great. Instead of turning on an income stream, let's just withdraw the $10,000 that you need so the rest of the money can keep growing and building up higher income for you. By delaying her income stream, she maximized her future retirement income. This is what money management is all about, being proactive, adjusting, ensuring your money works for you. By now, you've seen how crucial it is to have a structured retirement plan. We've covered everything from shifting your money mindset to securing your assets and ensuring you never outlive your money. But knowing what to do isn't enough. You need to act. The strategies we've discussed are designed to protect your financial future, but they only work if you actually put that plan into place. That's why I want to help you take the next step towards the retirement of your dreams. Congratulations. You've just completed the retirement of your dreams blueprint. To recap this blueprint, remember phase 1, control the inner world of money. The 3 steps inside of phase 1, step 1, money mindset. Step 2, money status. Step 3 are money goals. In phase 2, control the outer world of money. Step 4, money protection. Step 5, your money security. Step 6, your money expenses. In phase 3, control guaranteed income for life. Step 7, money markets. Step 8, your money plan. Step 9, your money management. You've made a smart decision to take control of your retirement, but now it's time to take the next step. Your next step is get a free retirement of your dreams call scheduled. I want to invite you to schedule a free retirement of your dreams call right now. This is a one-on-one call where we'll map out your personalized retirement plan and create the retirement of your dreams. Normally I charge $497 for these calls, but for a limited time, I'm making my calendar available for free. So who is this call for? This call is specifically for you if you are a retiree or pre-retiree, especially within 5 years of retirement, inside that retirement red zone. If you want to protect your savings and make sure that your money lasts. If you want to avoid outliving your money. If you're concerned about paying too much in taxes. If that sounds like you, keep reading. This call could change everything. What you'll discover on the call is when you schedule and meet with and go over your free retirement of your dreams plan, we'll walk you through 1, your client assessment form. Helps us and you understand your financial current situation. 2, your shortfalls. We'll identify where you're at risk so we can help you plan accordingly. And 3, your goals. We'll clarify your ideal retirement and create a strategy to make it happen. How it works. 3 simple steps. Step 1, schedule your call. Click the button below the video on the free retirement of your dreams call page. Pick a time that works for you. Step 2, complete the assessment form. After selecting your time, you'll be redirected to a short questionnaire. Important, if you do not complete the application, your call will automatically be canceled. Please do not book this call if you are not serious about looking into building a guaranteed retirement plan. If you're not looking to preserve your savings. If you're not concerned about running out of money. If you're not interested in tax savings. This call is only for serious individuals looking for a way to secure their financial future. Step 3, watch the confirmation video. Once you complete your application, you'll see a confirmation page with a short video from me. Watch that video. It contains important instructions on what to do before our call. Why am I doing all of this for free? Because my life mission is to help people like you build the retirement of your dreams. This isn't just about money. It's about your peace of mind, your financial security, and your family's future. I know how overwhelming retirement planning can be, and I want to give you clarity. This call will help you stop guessing and start planning with confidence. There's limited spots available, so act now. We only have 20 spots available for this month to receive a free retirement of your dreams call. And once our calendar books up, it could be months before we're able to offer that again. If this is something you're interested in, schedule your call before the webinar ends. Just a few short minutes from now to ensure you get all your retirement of your dreams questions answered, have a clear plan for your financial future, and take the first step towards securing your retirement you deserve. Schedule your free call now. This is a limited time offer. If you're serious about creating the retirement of your dreams, schedule a free call today before the spots fill up. I can't wait to meet with you and help you take control of your financial future. Click the button below and book your call right now. I'm Jason Bergquist, empowering you to create the retirement of your dreams.